Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Liam will be frontal and center and channelizing his inner Sherlock Holmes. Bone Bill has been keeping a huge secret from everyone, but he can't wisecrack his aged son. Will Liam find his father's pariah this week? The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Liam grows suspicious. Will is fully ignorant of the fact that his fake family is lurking in the murk of the Spencer mansion. So far, Luna has followed Bill's rules and managed to stay hidden from his steady sluice of guests. Liam Spencer isn't going to be as easy to wisecrack as his youngish family. Liam will visit his pater this week on the CBS cleaner, and he can tell Commodity is off. Liam Spencer knows when his father is over to Commodity, and he'll be quizzing his pater about why he's acting so strange. When Bill Spencer continues to deny anything is amiss, his nosy son will most probably take matters into his own hands and do some poking around. Still, he's going to discover Luna in her ankle examiner if Liam shows up to the manse when Dollar Bill is down. Awkward. Bold and the beautiful observers know that Liam Spencer is pious to his father, and any other time he'd have no problem keeping his secret. But there's a conflict of interest. Will Liam agree to help keep Luna hidden after she took his ex-wife hostage and locked her in a pen for days? Jack to come back to another stunner. Liam grills Bill while Luna listens. Meanwhile, Daphne puts the moves on Carter. Jack returns. Lee compared Luna's DNA sample to Tom liver. When Lee had evidence that Tom couldn't have been Luna's father, she brazened Penelope Poppy. When Lee asked Poppy if Luna's father was Jack, she heaved but jounced. Next, Jack and Poppy both stand in front of Lee's office at the sanitarium. Jack tells Lee that she isn't making too important sense. That just infuriates Lee further as she demands to know if Jack is Luna's father. At some point, Poppy will need to inform Luna that her uncle is really her father. Meanwhile, Luna is hiding at Bill's place while he tries to rehabilitate the periodical killer. Will is formerly bothered about Bill. Will question Bill but didn't get any reassuring answers. Next, Liam will stop by and caff Bill about what he's cashing. Daphne won't waste any time. The nanosecond Hope walks out of the office, Daphne swirls her incense in Carter's face. When Carter mumbles about Daphne being inconceivable, she saunters right over to him. However, there will be no misreading Daphne's intentions. Hope walks in right now. Hope and Steffi to continue their mind games. Hope tells Steffi each about how Forrester Creations is about to strike a big incense deal with Daphne Rose. The factory is making her big move. Will Hope walk in as Daphne is snuggling up to Carter's casket? Will Carter end up turning down Daphne, leaving her thwarted and stunned? Hope will offer a glowing review of Daphne and act like she's such a big get for Forrester Creations. Steffi will slightly be suitable to contain her excitement about what Daphne has in store for Hope and Carter. Nonetheless, Steffi will play it cool and maybe agree that Daphne's the kind of woman who can negotiate great effects. Still, also Daphne could ail Carter's love with Hope and help score power for the Forresters. If everything goes according to Steffi's plan, Daphne will partake some alone time with Carter and flirt with him behind Hope's back. Of course, there's the implicit for Hope to walk in and substantiation some of that flirting ultimately, but Carter may make it clear he's only got eyes for Hope. Still, Daphne will remain convinced that she's formerly getting her hooks in Carter. Steffi will no doubt have further strategy sessions with Daphne and train her along the way. In the meantime, let's talk about Bill and the giant secret he's keeping. No Bone differently knows Bill got Luna out of captivity and arranged for her to serve the remainder of her judgment on house arrest. Luna is living at the Spencer manse, so Bill has been spending further time there with her rather of at the office. That news will trouble Liam, who'll show up at the mansion to caff Bill about what's really going on. Bill will lie that he's just taking some time for himself, but Liam may struggle to buy that. Although Bill will do his stylish to get relief of Liam, his endless guest will remain a problem. At the sanitarium, Poppy will remain under fire over her once conduct, and Jack will eventually get caught up in the drama as well. Lee is induced that Jack cheated with Poppy and sired Luna, so she'll drive both of them to confess. Does Lee eventually have it right when it comes to her maternity proposition? Jack is clearly a biopater possibility, but there's room for one last twist if Poppy hooked up with counsel progressed John Finback also rather. Anyhow, Lee will back Poppy and Jack into a corner. It's possible Jack will eventually admit Luna is his son, but B&B could potentially make it so he's covering up the verity about Finn. Whatever the case, the maternity mess will continue and could lead to Bill's secret getting exposed. Someone may try to visit Luna with updates and figure out that she's no longer abiding at the jail. Fortunately, the show will pick back over with a fresh and new occurrences will continue from there, coming sure to bring further Daphne drama as Steffi's plot intensifies. The longer Daphne is around, the more Hope should start to notice her growing interest in Carter. It could leave Hope with enterprises that she struggles to put out of her mind. Brooke will face some struggles of her own now that Taylor has agreed to move in the Forrester manse with him. Will Brooke eventually give up on Ridge and just throw herself into work for a while? Still, perhaps that could give Brooke a chance to develop some reservations of her own about Daphne and her retired docket. So, our prognostications allude that Daphne will face some hurdles along the way. So stay tuned to see if Brooke might be one of them. Ridge lately entered some encouraging updates from Justin, so let's talk about their recent phone call. Ridge was excited over whatever off-screen Justin was saying on the other end of the line. After telling Justin that was inconceivable news, he prompted the attorney to keep pushing, since he still wants Hope and Carter out of his office. It was a blink and you'll miss it moment, but that discussion could end up being significant. Still, Ridge could have just as fluently entered frustrating news and barked at Justin to do better, if this B&B scene had been written else. Rather, it's clear that Justin formerly has an angle he's working bone. That could potentially pay off big time. Maybe Justin has eventually set up a loophole that could undermine Carter authority and stop this LLC preemption agony. This could offer an indication about Steffi's plan potentially ending in disaster. Perhaps Steffi's plot to use Daphne will fail, paving the way for Justin to crop as the Forresters' idol sooner or laterly. There must be some reason why Ridge suddenly seems positive about whatever Justin has cooked up. The Forresters are no doubt paying Justin plenitude of plutocrat to figure commodity out, so let's hope he'll indeed come through for them down the road. Steffi may be a little too trim when it comes to her own scheme and Daphne's capacities. Still, Carter and Hope are also foolhardy about all their grand plans, so perhaps Justin will be the one to end the madness. Whatever the case, Justin may get back in touch once he keeps pushing this angle like Ridge told him to. That could lead to indeed better news depending on what Justin is suitable to pull off. All this commercial drama has to come to an end ultimately, so we'll bring you more prognostications on what Justin does next. Ridge will keep counting on Justin to fix effects for the Forresters, so stay tuned. Carter, Hope, Brooke and Steffi are having a discussion in the Forrester main office. Steffi wants to come back to work at Forrester, but Hope wants to make sure she knows it won't be anything close to the same situation as ahead. Steffi understands it's not an ideal situation, but is willing to make the stylish of an odd situation. Carter understands she's guarding her investment in the company, and Steffi says she'll accept being president. Brooke checks to make sure Steffi understands she'd have to answer to them. Steffi hesitates and says she doesn't want to be the former CEO, who loses her family company. There's still so much she wants to negotiate towards securing her heritage. With that, Steffi says she's willing to answer to them, and asks if they can make a deal.